This is what we're going to get into now. We're going to get into, before the match, while the New Day was coming out, we get the glitch. We get another glitch. So, this section for anyone listening is going to be up on our YouTube. Just this part is going to be cut out. But while the New Day was coming down to the ring, we get a glitch on the screen, and we're going to get 3 images. Now I'm going to show these 3 images on the screen. Let's see. So the first image we're going to get is this comes up. All right. So, and then this comes up. And then this comes up, which is the QR code. Now, Hanji and Dresh, you guys can't see what's coming up on the screen, so I'll explain it. It's the you're going to get the sign, which is the sign of Pluto. And then you're going to get a raven, which is inside of the sign of Pluto. And then you're going to get the QR code. So, if you follow the QR code, what you're going to do is you're going to get this image and this image sitting on top of each other. Now, it didn't take people long to figure out that those were just one image broken up. So when you put those together, you get this. You get this website, www.com/UEDNJ51A. I looked it up. Doesn't mean anything. It's just a URL. But you're going to go there and you're going to see this. This is the image that you're going to see. Now, most people have no idea what this is. And this is for, again, Hanji and Dresh can't see it, but this is the pillar of fire. And then after that is going to be the raven, and then there's going to be a stone gentleman, and the shadow is going to be cast by the raven. Now, if you download this, you get a name of the image. The name of the image is Patience. It's almost time. Now, one thing interesting when I was doing research on all of this, I don't think anyone downloaded that image, or at least didn't pay attention to the name, because not one other person anywhere has mentioned the name of the image. Thought it was very interesting. Now, one other thing that I didn't think of, I'm actually ripping this off, but if you hit Control U on the website, what that's going to do is that's going to show you the HTML code for the website. And so, if you do that, you'll see this. Now, there are 72, I believe, lines of code that will come up. I'm only showing you the first 7, but line 4, as you can see, if anybody who knows coding, you can put messages inside of coding as long as you do the correct characters. And so what this says, again, for anybody who's listening on YouTube or I'm sorry, listening on Spotify, line 4 reads, "An open door is a welcome that makes a stranger into a friend." That is embedded inside of the HTML code. So that is all of that. Now below the picture itself, you're going to get this video that I'm going to show right now. Time to wake up, take my hand. Things will be better. Trust me. The sign of Pluto, the sign of the raven, the sign of raven merging with Pluto, and then that's the end of the video. So, what does it all mean, right? One thing that Bray Wyatt, God rest his soul, rest in peace, whatever you want to say. One thing that Bray Wyatt was big on was cryptic messages. Now let's go ahead and talk about the first, or not the first, but the picture itself, right? The raven and the pillar and all that good stuff. That is a play on Plato's allegory of the cave. So basically what that is, or what that says, and I'm going to have to read this kind of verbatim. Dresh and G, do you guys know anything about this allegory of the cave thing?
Nope. No.
So I'd heard about it once before when I was younger. probably back in school, but I haven't heard about it since. So basically, I'll read it verbatim off of the site here. Plato's allegory of the cave is an allegory presented to the Greek philosopher Plato in his work Republic, to compare the effect of education to the lack of it on our nature. It is written as a dialogue between Plato's brother Glaucion and his mentor Socrates, and is narrated by the latter. The allegory is presented after the analogy of the sun and the analogy of the divided line. In the allegory, Plato describes people that have spent their lives chained in a cave facing a blank wall. They watch shadows projected onto the wall by objects passing in front of the fire behind them, and they give names to these shadows. The shadows are the prisoners' reality, but not accurate representations of the real world. The shadows represent the fragment of reality that we can normally perceive through our senses, while the objects under the sun represent the true forms of objects that we can only perceive through reason. 3 higher levels exist: natural science, deductive mathematics, geometry, and logic, and the theory of forms. Socrates explains how the philosopher is like a prisoner who is freed from the cave and comes to understand that the shadows on the wall are actually not the direct source of the images seen. A philosopher aims to understand and perceive the higher levels of reality. However, the other inmates of the cave do not even desire to leave their prison, for they know no better life. Socrates remarks that this allegory can be paired with various writings, namely the analogy of the sun and the analogy of the divided line. So I know that was long. I'm sorry. Bear with me with that. But that's what that is all about. So again, just more cool kind of cryptic things. So that is that picture. So now some people may be asking, why did he put up the sign of Pluto? Why put up the raven? Well, we here at It's All a Work have done the research for you, so we're going to get into that real quick. Also, I'm putting the if you guys want to know more about the allegory of the cave, I'm putting the Wikipedia link up so you guys can check that out. So I googled, what does the sign of Pluto mean? That's what that sign is, that first sign. It's the sign of Pluto, used by NASA, used by, everybody. So, like its mythological namesake, Pluto beacons us to explore the depths of transformation. It's associated with secrets, clandestine information, and monumental metamorphoses experienced over a lifetime. Pluto's influence is intense, life-altering, and profound. Another thing said, Pluto symbolizes regeneration, transformation, and rebirth. Even if it does not look like things get done with Pluto. A new approach and new perspective is what the planet Pluto is all about. It helps an individual look at things differently, transform or evolve their views, and merge with new outlooks on life, which goes hand in hand with the allegory of the cave. So then the next picture, this is the final part, in case I'm losing anybody. The next part is, I googled, what does the image of a raven mean or symbolize? I got 2 answers. First answer is, in many cultures, the raven is seen as a symbolic of a transformation and magic associated with both the underworld and the spirit world. Its ability to thrive in diverse environments showcases its adaptability, making it a symbol of resilience and resourcefulness. And because of its black plumage, croaking call, and diet of carrion, the raven is often associated with loss and ill omen, yet its symbolism is complex. As a talking bird, the raven also represents prophecy and insight. Ravens in stories often act as psychopalms, connecting the material world with the spirit, or with the world of the spirits. So basically, new things are coming, things have been revitalized, things have been transformed, or they're going to be transformed. Things could be seen as an ill omen, and the way that, presumably, if this is all what we think it is, Uncle Howdy sees us as people in the cave, looking at the shadows, and he would like us to maybe follow the Ravens and leave the cave and see things how they really are. So all very crazy stuff, all very good stuff, good things coming from the brother of the mind of Bray Wyatt. Gentlemen, before I get into the very last part of this section or whatever, which is just superstars who are coming back. Do you guys have any thoughts on all this crazy, like, scholarly stuff that I just read?
No. No. I will dig a little deeper, see if I can find any more meanings to all of this, but yeah, it just basically saying how this coming.
Yeah. I would say I think you dug a little deeper than you needed to, but it's good information.
That's what it's all about, man. The fact that you're able to dig that deep is what I love.
He went to Edgar Allan Poe's depth of acknowledgement and knowledge. Like, you was digging hard, bro.
Hey, once I figured out that they had codes embedded in the HTML, I was like, all right, this is serious. I was like, this shit is serious. Like, someone did some real work in here and did some real intelligent shit. So
yeah.
And because of that, I think it honors them for people to actually dig and figure this stuff out. You know what I mean? So they put the work in. Fuck, I'll do the digging.
All that just to say Howdy's coming back stronger than ever.
Yeah. But not only Howdy.
He's bringing friends.
He's bringing friends. Now let's get into the friends that we almost know for a fact that he is bringing. Mm-hmm. Eric Rowan is not reported to be under contract with WWE currently, but he just canceled all his future indie shows because he has a contractual obligation that he has to fill. Now, a lot of people are saying that that's pointed to him being under contract with WWE, and they've kept it under wraps. Makes sense, since Eric Rowan is not a huge star, so they could slide that one under the rug. On March 14th, Alexa Bliss finally broke her silence and confirmed that she will be returning to WWE this year. Braun Strowman, currently under contract with WWE. He's been out on injury, but he's fine to come back. He was injured in 2022, I believe it was. And then Bo Dallas is obviously under contract. He's been under contract since 2022. So
he's been down in NXT, right?
He hasn't been doing anything since his brother passed. So yes. We have the formula for something amazing to happen soon. Will it be at SummerSlam? I don't think we're gonna have to wait that long. I think it's gonna come sooner than that.
I mean, considering they're hitting us with it, not just every show, and I didn't dig. I wish I had. I'm sorry. I got busy at work today. We had the UK Live. I wouldn't be surprised if they slid something into that UK Live today. I don't know if it was today or yesterday or whenever, but I would not be surprised if they slid something into that we haven't seen yet.
I would not be surprised either. I definitely wouldn't be surprised either.
So, with them hitting us with shit every single event that they can, it's not going to be that long. I mean, I would be surprised. Honestly, I would be surprised if this hasn't come to fruition before Backlash.
Yes,
maybe, or at Backlash.
Yes, I was thinking like right before Backlash. Or at Backlash, or right after Backlash. It's going to be sometime around that.
I don't know if they'd do it at Backlash just because it's on foreign soil, and that seems like something they'd want to do here.
I mean, but the thing for Backlash is, it kind of fits into the whole backlash of everything that has happened.
It does.
So yeah. it would make sense for them to come out as a group during Backlash to kind of cause that chaos. So, but I don't know.